point of that last year?
Just not being out there. I mean, really the lowest point was getting the news that I tore my ACL. So knowing that, okay, I have to sit out and, be patient, play it by ear, or play, have to know, okay, listen to your body. Because some days my body will feel good and I'm like, man, I could go out there and at least do something. But then another time it's like, okay, risk versus reward. Is it smart? Are you, are you really ready, or are you just having a good day? So kind of just being patient and, just learning myself, taking that time to really learn myself and, get better at everything, all aspects of life.
And it seems like the coaches did a really good job of still like crafting things for you to do to make sure you were still developing and that kind of thing. Like even though you couldn't do what the rest of the outside linebackers were doing, like how important was it for you to still kind of have ways that they that they crafted for you that you could still keep improving despite your injury?
They did a lot of creative stuff, whether it was, if I can't use my leg, do a lot of hand work, stuff like that, or, a lot of mental work, a lot of learning the game, a lot of learning the playbook, not really learning the playbook, but learning why we do things and how things change and shift, just basically really focusing on the mental side of football and kind of being a coach. So, and then also focusing on, being a leader off the field. How can you be a guy that coach stresses to me a lot now, just as far as, if we manage your load, you got to understand that, like, this is your time to learn how to be a pro, because pros don't practice as much as we do, and we don't, be in pads as much. But learning how to be a pro and take mental reps when needed, and basically, even if you're not out there, be a leader and learn the game as far as, okay, if I'm not out there on the field, my mind should mentally be taking me through the play and what I would be going through if I was out there.
You feel like if this was a game week, you'd be like fully ready to go?
I'll be ready.
Okay.
So kind of on that, building off that, do you feel that you're close to 100%, would you say?
I'm 100%. I'm good.
You probably answered that several times. And
yeah.
Another thing I was curious about going into this year, especially after the loss, has there been a deeper sense of people being locked in from this first fall camp that you can see so far?
Oh yeah, I feel like everybody so far, we've been all locked in, all have that mindset that we're trying to achieve something special here.
How anxious are you to get out there?
I learned about anxiousness last year, and I don't really get too anxious now. I'm patient, more so take everything day by day, but I know once game day hits, I'm gonna be ready and everything's gonna hit me. But nowadays, I just kind of play it day by day and just cherish every moment. Like it might be my last day out there. So for me personally, like anxiousness, I wouldn't say it went away, but in a sense, it's like I don't really get too anxious just because you never know what the next day might hold. So
having said that, I mean, is the season opener circled on the calendar kind of thing?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I mean, every game's circled on the calendar for me. I got a lot of time to make up.
And what about, how is it with new outside linebacker coach Towson Surrey? What type of element does he bring to practice?
I like his energy, He's a real older guy. He's a funny guy, but he definitely coaches us hard, and he's a smart coach. He's a player's coach, and he manages us well. You could tell, he has a lot of experience in this game, and just learning from him and stuff like that, even though with his energy, he'll play around with you, but when he talks ball, he's talking ball, he's serious, and you learn a lot from him.
Last thing, I want to get your thoughts on, it looked like Keem Makuta and Kevin Harris. Those are some younger guys. They look good. What are your early assessment of those guys?
Oh, they're both two talented guys that we're both trying to bring along and try to help them learn this defense quick, because they can definitely help us on the defense, special teams, stuff like that, and contribute. But just as far as them personally, they're real talented players, and just trying to get them to learn the mental side of things so they can help contribute.
I know you guys are already back on the field. You and Coach Hickford haven't missed the last 2 years. What's this mean to you to get back and be healthy and play at this level?
Oh, it means everything just to be back out there with my teammates. Last year, I kind of felt like I was in a hole a little bit, just not being able to be out there and be a part of everything, not even just as far as being out there on the field, but just being a part of little things like team dinners and stuff like that. Like, it's just different being out of the mix and not doing everything with your guys. So being out there for me is special just to be at picture day. So little things like that I value.
One more.
Even though you didn't play in the game, the sting of that last game for that defense, proud defense like Alabama, to give up that many points and that many yards, Is that something else behind you? But is that something you can use this year as motivation for this defense to not let that happen again?
Oh yeah, we use that as fuel, and I think a lot of guys on this team we come in with the mindset every day of we got to prove it back, like prove it to ourselves that we want to be that Bama defense that people are scared of, people are intimidated by, and people don't really want to play. So we're trying to get back to that standard of basically setting the tone that we don't, you know what I'm saying, this is still a Bama defense, this is still a Bama team that Coach Saban coach and stuff like that. So.
All right. Yeah.